It all started when my dog died. My life was going downhill. I had nothing. I was so depressed. But then, I found something that solved all my problems. It was air. Oh, that's good. Hello, my name is Sanjee. I had recently heard of a new waxing technique that is supposed to be even more effective than Brazilian waxing online. It involves taking peanut butter and applying it to an area that you wish to wax, putting wax paper over it, and then ripping the paper off, and it's supposed to be smoother than a baby's butt. It was skippy, chunky peanut butter. They were all out smooth at the store, so I decided to apply it, and while I was distracted and reaching down to grab more peanut butter, I heard a faint. However, I did not realize what it was in time, and I had a reaction to something on my thigh. It was an extreme tickling sensation. My reflexes just instantly caused my legs to clench, and by the time I looked down, my dog was squished flatter than a piece of paper, and he died that day. I had to run down to the store shortly after to pick up some trash bags and aloe vera for my inner thigh burns, and the trash bags for something separate. And so I was running into the store. I grabbed the aloe vera and I bought it. I was running out, and however, the aloe vera opened and spilled all over the floor in front of me, and I slipped. As I looked up, I saw a man holding a brochure, and he handed it to me, and it was for an organization that I had never heard of before. This organization entails eating air as an alternative to normal food. Air is the only thing we need as humans to survive and get by, and it is a clean source of energy, and it's delicious. I first met with this organization in an alley behind an Applebee's. It was a beautiful scenic location. A man, a dark hooded figure, pulled up to me, and he dropped his hood and he introduced himself as the master. I immediately knelt and started kissing the ground beneath his feet, as I knew he was an all-powerful being. I began the initiation after I approached them, saying I would like to join their group, and they started me off by chugging 1-gallon tank of oxygen. I had to down it in less than 10 minutes, and if I did so, I was able to advance to the next stages of the initiation. The next stage involved vomiting up all food that I had already eaten into a bucket and then pouring it all over my naked body. And the third and final stage was actually just giving the leader the last 4 digits of my social security and 16 digits on front of my credit card and the 3 digits on back, and I was in immediately. It was very enlightening. I do miss some real foods. Deviled eggs, French toast, peanut butter, but all of these things, it's worth to give up for this organization. The lungs are just the stomach of the chest cavity, is what I always say. Oh, Bed Bath & Beyond, it's like a buffet in there. It's amazing. I just go in and walk in and all the different flavors hit me at once. I'm full for days after I walk into Bed Bath & Beyond. My friends, they didn't react too well when I told them about the cult. They were concerned for me, as they believed that it was a scam, and crazy, and you can't live off of air, but I pursued what I believed was correct anyways, and I went on in joining the cult. We do have meetings every week. In these meetings, we go through some of our favorite meals of air that we had that week. We share air meals, and we perform some rituals. Upon meeting them, I noticed immediately that their chakras were perfectly in balance, and they had purified their souls through this organization and their rituals. And over time, they will only become more pure, and I think that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm actually very excited for the next meeting. I'm counting down the days on my country star of the month calendar, and I'm very pumped for this next meeting. My body's been reacting in some phenomenal, fantastic, and even unbelievable ways since I joined this group. Colors appear to me more vividly and in kaleidoscope-like fashions. I've learned how to read minds of those below me who are not in this group. I can levitate, and I feel like I'm transcending into some sort of godly being.
Well, you see, Dao Lin was my birth name, but my parents, they didn't know that, so they named me Craig Smith. Eventually I shed Craig Smith and emerged as my true form, Dao Lin. My name's Dao Lin, and I'm the spiritual leader of the Third Wind Society. Before I became Dao Lin, I was ignorant and always hungry. I kept craving things such as food, or the number 2 at McDonald's with no pickles. Now I've transcended such things. I only require air in order to continue living. As air brings life, I found out it could also take it away. My entire family was wiped out by a tornado. It was quite gruesome. The winds came. We didn't hear about the tornado warnings, so by the time we saw it, it was too late. My entire family died from the wind. I became so distraught from the loss of my family. I thought there must be a way I could reconnect with them, maybe through the wind. And that's when I started on this journey, connecting to the wind, becoming one with the wind. I can feel my mother next to me every time I breathe in. This cult was started by the fan god, Ham Tunbe. Ham Tunbe came to me one day while I was sleeping, the wind blowing in my face. And he told me, Dao Lin, you need to start a cult. Dao Lin. That was the sound of the fan that Ham Tunbe came to me through. That's when I knew I had to start that cult. Over this month and a half, we've had about 10 members, and 5 of them have already transcended into the ultimate form of spiritual enlightenment. This is the holy scepter of wind. Hamtun Bey put me on a quest to bring this into reality so I may share his message across the cosmos. I started with a seed and I planted it in the earth. And I grew out the tree through many years till eventually it became the right height. And Hamtun Bey told me, with a great gust of wind knocking the tree over, now is time to make this into your staff. And then I did. And then Hamtun Bey sent me to Walmart to buy this fan, and to Lowe's to buy this holy extension cord. And I combined them together to make the holy staff of wind. This fan is a disciple of Hamtun Bey. The wind it blows sends me signals from the divine heavens. My favorite flavor of air What a difficult question. Maybe raspberry, but I'm not quite sure. Hamtube! You're speaking to me! What is it, Hamtube? Yes. Blow faster, Hamtube, so I can better understand you. Yeah. You're dusty, Hamtube. Just the way I like it. Oh, wait. You're filming. What was the question? Yes, Sanjee. He's a very promising member of the cult. I knew it from the first moment I set eyes on him, behind the Applebee's. When I saw him, I took off my hood and told him, I am the master. And then he started kissing the floor beneath my feet. That was a nice touch. Then I gave him an entire gallon of an oxygen tank and he chugged the entire thing within 15 minutes, which is the record at this point. Though, it got really weird after that. He puked out all his food and started rubbing it all over his naked body, which isn't part of the initiation ceremony. He just started doing it. It was really gross and disgusting, and we all kind of looked away and tried to ignore him. The only reason why he's in the cult is because I asked him for his social security number and 16 digits in front of the credit card and the 4 digits on the back, and he gave it to me right away without asking any questions. And that's why I think he's going to be a promising member. It's important that our members do provide me with their social security number, the 16 digits on their credit card and the 3 in the back, so that the cult can grow as a whole community. We don't keep secrets from each other here. We all share all of our information freely, and the government, they want you to keep those to yourself, but the first step to joining the cult is giving everyone that information. I don't have a credit card or social security number. It's beneath me. I have many promising members in this cult. One of the most promising is Griffin. He's been part of this cult the longest, almost 3 weeks and 2 days, and he has the best life insurance plan. When he finally ascends, it'll be a great deed for our cult.
I mean, what's the point of the cups? Like, can't you just breathe?
No,
What do you mean?
because that's not sanitary.
It's not the same.
That's
No,
not what hemp
It's special
is.
air.
It's
It's not the same.
Okay.
Not at all.
But like, if you like breathe, wouldn't it be like
Oh,
the same thing as
here.
just like,
Thank you.
What flavor is it?
who's that guy? Who's that guy?
Rise, my disciples. Hamtumbe has brought us all together and created us, and he has chosen me as his prophet. Let's all breathe in.
Question.
Yes,
Can
my
I ask?
child.
Am I allowed to ask one? What's with the bottles? Like,
This is how we consume our air.
wait, can you just? It's okay. Go on. Go on.
I have a question.
Yes.
How'd you get to be so attractive and smart?
That's how Hamtumbo made me. Hamtumbe. It makes all of us the way we were meant to be.
That's beautiful.
So we're gonna like do these like activities or?
We will do what we always do. Breathe. Rise, my disciples.
my disciples, this is some of the strongest air on the market. I remember when it was my first time. Hamtoon.
Babe! Do I just...
Yes.
Is it my?
Yeah, just put it up to your mouth.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no. That's too strong. That's too strong.
Keep back.
Oh okay. Me and Sanjee were like, we were on the cross country team, and we both don't like to run, which is weird. And we just started jogging, and then it came to a walk, and then he's like, "Hey, you got PS4?" And I'm like, "I got more than PS4." That's when we became friends.
What does that mean? What's a more than PS4?
I was just about to ask that. What does that mean?
You asking yourself?
You're the one who said it. We're in an interview.
I winked at they know. At the people at home, you guys know, right? More than PS4? What, you don't like gays or something?
That means you're gay?
Did you just assume I'm gay?
You just said
Bro.
if I don't like gays.
I smash puss like 24/7.
Okay. I met Sanjee in kindergarten. We were both on the monkey bars and we both ended up falling. Just like that. We went through trauma together. And yeah, ever since then we've been kind of inseparable. We dated for a while in middle school and broke up, and then we've just been best friends ever since.
Yeah, like a pretty average dude. Everything we do is play. Like both of us, we're playmates. Like we play with each other all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, like all we do is play with each other 24/7. Like at night,
What's your favorite video game?
anything with a lot of motion. Like I love the Wii. Like God, like the tennis. Like and then you run. Like
I'd say, I don't know, I knew something was off. And then he just told me about him joining this cult. What is it called again? The Third
The Third Wind Society?
Wind Society. He
Breaking
told me
Wind
about
Society.
it's called the Third Wind Society. Before the cult, he was really cool. Like we hung out every day. He wasn't doing that every 3 seconds. Like he's just weird now, you know. He's just a changed person. All he cares about is air.
you have a hair. You have a hair. Let me get it. You can keep going.
All he cares about is air and his stupid little cult friends. I mean, I just came here just so I wouldn't be closed-minded. I wouldn't feel closed-minded, but I probably won't end up joining. I just find this really dumb and
Okay,
unnecessary.
enough of you. You talked way too much. Listen, Sanjee is way cooler than he used to be. He grew out his hair. He looks like Ryan Gosling if he grew out his hair.
He looks nothing like Ryan Gosling.
He's glowing. Like, glowing. Like, I'm starting to get a little attracted to him, bro. But I still like girls. Hey, did you have lunch today?
I did.
You sound a little cranky.
Hey,
Food? Totally unnecessary. Like, sometimes, like, I don't go eating food for, like, 5 days straight because I'm on, like, Xbox all night. I have Xbox and PS4, by the way. That's how you do it. That's how real gamers do it. And, like, I just, like, eat Hot Pockets and, like, do that all day. So I can't imagine, like, she's talking about raspberry air, flavored air, and I'm like, I want to try that. You obviously have something to say. What do you...
I have nothing to say at this point. Like, I really have nothing to say at this point.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. Keep going.
Oh my god. Okay, dude, like Sarah, total buzzkill. Didn't even do the air compressor thing where I blew into my mouth. That was actually pretty cool. Wait. No, you can't.
Well, the third wind. I got here. Let me see, where was I? I was hanging out in this little, bunker kind of a thing out in, was it New Mexico? I think it was in New Mexico. And Dao Lin came by, he was on his moped, and I saw him and his fan staff. It just really caught my attention. And so I went up to him and I said, "Hey man, what are you doing out here?" And he said, I'm recruiting for the Third Wind Society, and I found the truth. And the truth is that God is Hamtone Bay, the floor fan. And that's the truth, man. The Third Wind Society has really, brought my consciousness to the full, Because I've been in cults before. I was born in Waco, 92. And I bounced around for a while, been in a few different cults. But really, this one changed my life. Side effects: lost a lot of weight. I feel really good. You know what else would be really good? Like some fries. Wait, no. That is the dark one talking. No fries for me. Nope, not happening. Nope.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're
I'm
fine?
good.
Do you need help? You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Those fries were really tempting me for a second, but I'm good. I'm all good now.
Right. All right.
Come on, it's okay.
It's
okay. Everyone has their
I
first
don't want to
time.
give into peer pressure. I'm fine.
Here, look, it's so easy.
No, I'm fine with me.
I just saw this dude had this crazy crown on and a big wind staff, and it turns out they don't eat food or drink water and stuff. And I thought, I also don't do that, so I was like, all right, let's see what this is about. Mtumbe is our salvation. He is our savior, the great wind god of this realm, and him and his air is really all us people need to get by. Sanjee seems pretty cool. I mean, he seems really interested in the cause.
A girlfriend who joined the cult?
Yeah, I guess. We started hanging out one time, and she doesn't eat very much food already, and I was like, hey, there's these people I met this one time, and they just never eat food. So I thought she'd like it.
My name is Lana. I'm dating Devin. We're so in love. I've known him for 2 weeks, but it feels like a lifetime. And my name's actually Alondra Birkenstein. I'm a neurobiologist. I came from Cornell, and I'm doing a study on how cults manipulate the brain. Honestly, I don't even know who Devin is. I met him today, and he's already so in love with me. Their beliefs are honestly so stupid. They follow a guy around with a stick with a fan on the end of it and wearing a flower crown. I don't get it.
See, it's nothing at all. It's okay.
Just blow it in my mouth.
Blow it at her.
That's good.
All right, my disciples, let's make our pilgrimage to our nightly ritual. I am channeling him. Breathe in, don't breathe out. Antunbei, what is your message?
Charlie, I'm coming. Wait. What? Where are you going?
I don't want to be here.
Why not?
I don't want to be here. Everyone's weird, dude. It's weird in there. Like, Jerome's an idiot. Sanjee is not the person who I thought was my friend anymore. Like, that air guy with the flower crown. Like, what? This whole thing is weird. Count me out. Please, I don't want to be in this anymore.
The ritual is over.
He has ascended to the next level. Just don't question the great Dao Lin.
It is good, my child.
Dao Lin. Oh my lord.
The meeting is over. You may all go home now. May the winds guide you on your path. That went pretty well.
When Dao Lin came up to me and praised me for my work and for my part in the ritual that night, it was quite possibly the most beautiful moment of this ritual and of my poor, meager, insignificant life.
That ritual was the same as all of them are.
That was all